First and foremost, forgive me for the fan. Actually, don't forgive me, but the fan's gonna be on. I have a very important message for everybody out there. I want to start with an example. Let's talk about food, and let's talk about the quality of food. There are some people who may call themselves experts out there who believe that the nutritional value in most, if not all, food has been withered away, has been genetically modified, has been tampered with to a point where no matter what kind of food you get, whether it's organic, whether it's homegrown, they have all of these different claims and reasons why the nutrition lacks, why that the food before maybe 20, 30 years ago had better nutritional value versus now the food has little to no nutritional value. And the reason why I wanted to use this scenario as an example is because, in my opinion, in my knowing, who are they to tell us that? Who are they to tell me that? Because there's nothing that teaches you more than life experience. You see, if we just go around every day listening to what people have to say, especially their opinions that gravitate more towards a negative vibe, a vibration that is not forthcoming, that is not expanding, but more so a doubtful mindset, then we are going to embody that if we decide to believe what these people are saying. And I wanted to use food as an example because as I was getting ready this morning, I was thinking, and mind you, I've always been taking care of my body, but I've been doing the things that I like to do and that I know I like to do, especially according to my higher self, according to my source self. And from the looks of it and from the feel of it, I buy regular food. I don't get organic. My body is complying with what I believe the food is going to do for me. Everybody or anybody who wants to give you information that is going to be unhelpful, that is a sign right there for you to listen to what they have to say respectfully, but be disassociated from their opinion. And let me tell you, talk about synchronicities. I'm reading a book again. I just finished one book. It's called Dare to Be Yourself. It's by Alan, forget who it's by. And now I'm reading another book. And it's so funny because I don't know if you guys notice this, but as you go through life, especially when you are mindful about operating with source versus just operating by yourself. Forget angel numbers. Actually, I love angel numbers, but life will start to show you that you are on the path. One example, I don't like to share too many of my synchronicities just because they're very meaningful to me, but for example, I will say, or I'll be thinking of a word like fire, and I'll be listening to music. The moment I say fire, the song, for whatever reason, the lyrics or whatever will say fire. The moment I think of something, for this example, I think of, oh, I'm flying right now, you know, I'm feeling good, I'm flying. the music that I'm listening to will say, oh, flying past these. And I'm like, wait a minute, I just said flying the exact same time the song said flying. So talk about synchronicities on a whole nother level. But getting to what I'm saying, I'm reading this book called The 4 Agreements, and this is my second time reading it. I just finished, like I said, Dare to Be Yourself, and that was a lengthy book, so I wanted to read a book that wasn't too lengthy, but was also very effective. And again, I don't really pick the books, I let the books pick me. In other words, I look at the book, I feel the vibration of it, and I let source determine if I want to read it or not. So I'm reading this book, and mind you, I woke up this morning before I started doing my routine. One of the first thoughts I was thinking was the example of food and how people have all these different opinions, whether it's food, whether it's, you know, what you should be doing in life, whether it's how you look. All these people have these different notions and examples of how you should be doing things. And then I thought about how we're not in a physical war. I'm not in a war at all. Okay, I'm at peace. Okay. But more so how a lot of people have been saying lately that we are not in a regular war, we are in a war for our minds. And then it hit me, I was like, wow. Even though people are being as well-meaning as possible, have you ever heard of that expression, shooting yourself in your foot? Shooting your own self in the foot? I told you guys before that the only person who is going to know what is best for you is you. So thank the universe for this vibrational system, this emotional system that gives us guidance, that gives us understanding if things actually resonate with us or not. For example, you're listening to me right now. Your emotional guidance system is telling you right now whether or not you resonate with this message or not. Thank God for that. Thank Source for that. Thank me for that. So as I'm reading this book, The 4 Agreements, I got through the introduction, carving through this book. And I got to the first chapter, and the first chapter was be impeccable with your word. And what that means is not to do whatever you say you're going to do, right? When I thought about that first, be impeccable with your word, that means honoring your word. That means if I say something, I'm going to do it. That's not what that means. What being impeccable with your word means is that you understand, as if you scroll down in the videos, we've already talked about this. This is more synchronicities. But words are magic. And if you decide to use your literature for negativity, in other words, for doubt, in other words, for anger, that's called black magic. Whenever you use black magic on yourself or against others, first of all, if you use it against others, you're harming yourself. When you talk down on somebody else, that's coming from a place of weakness, of darkness, of imbalance. But when you use this black magic on yourself, I can't do it. Words are magic. You're going to create that scenario for yourself immediately, vibrationally, and the world is going to comply because we live in a vibrational world. But on the other side of the coin, when you use your word in light of you, right, when you are being impeccable with your word and you understand this philosophy, you're then able to use your magic for the better, right? So as I'm reading this, and as I told you how my morning started, chill city, I'm realizing like, wow, this war on our minds is really something that is something that we can simply take care of, that we can simply control, that we can simply understand. Because when you understand that your words are magic, that means that you have the key to unlock anything that you want to unlock in your life. That means you have the key to do anything you want to do, to feel anything you want to feel. And then in terms, be whatever you want to be. So, again, after reading that, it just put perspective in terms of how I want to live life and the way to live life. It just put that perspective for me in stone, right? It really drove that point home. So I wanted to give you this example just so you can shatter the matrix around you and you can create your own matrix. You can create your own world. People are going to tell you you can't do things. That may be their opinion. That may be their black magic. But as you understand your guidance system, as you understand who you truly are and what you're truly capable of doing, you are God, you are sourced. And the moment you believe that is when you activate that. Nobody's opinion matters unless it is positive, unless it is upbringing, unless it is motivational, inspirational. Anything else, we don't need to use anymore. Everybody can have their opinion, and that's fine. But unless it is going to be promoting, unless it is going to be helpful to you, my suggestion is you get a pair of AirPods. My suggestion is you create a space, not a safe space, because no matter where we go, we're protected. No matter where we go, we're sourced. And when you're walking at that frequency, when you're vibing at that frequency, nothing can affect you. But I wanted to share this message with each and every one of you just because at the end of the day, your mind is a garden. Your mind is a garden. And what you decide to grow in your garden is determined by the thoughts that you are thinking. Are you thinking positive? Are you thinking faithfully? Are you thinking with source? Or are you thinking off of other people's standards? Are you thinking through the opinions of so-called, no disrespect, professionals, scientists, nutritionists, that at the end of the day, when you look at them, no disrespect, but just to kind of paint the picture, it doesn't look like they've been to the gym, let alone ever adopted a healthy diet or lifestyle. That's something you really want to think about. Are those people that are talking and trying to give you advice, are they doing it from a place of source? Are they doing it from a place of light? Or are they doing it from a place of ego? Are they doing it from a place of fear? Are they doing it from a place of lostness? You have the opportunity every moment, every day. You have the potential every second to not only step into your greatness, but to embody your greatness, to embody your God self every moment, every day. And damn it, I'll be damned if I walk around letting other people determine how I want to feel, what I want to work for me. I eat asparagus daily. I love asparagus, Jesus. I eat bell pepper daily. I don't get organic. I eat tofu daily. I don't have boobs, right? What do they say? They say that, oh, has high estrogen. Whenever I tell people, oh, you eat tofu, what about the estrogen? Do I look like estrogen to you, sir? Ma'am? Words do not teach. Words do not teach. Only life experience teaches. And I can guarantee you that a lot of the people that you come encounter with daily are not speaking from Source. Source wants to speak through them. Source wants to speak through them. But they're too busy surrounding themselves with the news, surrounding themselves with ESPN. They're too busy surrounding themselves with people who have done a lot of research, who have looked at the numbers, and who think they know it all. And now, through their experience, which was probably negative because they had a negative connotation before they even went through the experience, instead of being positive, instead of being open to abundance, they created their own dark experience. And now, because of that, they want to share it with you. And now they want to share it with you to try and pollute and poison your experience. But I encourage you to listen to your emotional guidance system and understand that fear is an illusion. Fear does not exist. What fear is a disconnection from your higher self. So go out there today, tonight, this afternoon, and tap into who you are. Tap into your source. And when you do that, I don't even have to say, and then think positively. You're already going to think positively when you tap into that energy. And then make your decision. Love and light to all, and to all love and light. I hope you all have a great day. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you in the next one. Forever out.